Chat, here we go. It's Atow versus FBI in a best of 5 as Atow continues his reign of terror on everyone who's willing to play him in a 1v1 match. Today's matchup will be one of the demons that he would love to overcome, which was a loss in, I believe, maybe a closed qualifier for, I'm forgetting where. I think it might have been closed qualifier. FBI might have fully qualified for Salt Mine and then dropped out. So the last match that FBI has played on rlduels.gg was actually a match against Atow. It was a 3-0 sweep on Atow, but since then, Atow has upgraded his one's ability, I'm sure many people would say, as FBI will evade the bump pressure and take a long rolling shot on target. One thing I noticed immediately after the start of this match is FBI is actually using something unique. I like this lightning trail. You always got to watch out for anyone who's willing to make a fashion choice out of the norm. And FBI's got the lightning trail in his car today. But of course, we're pros here. They're not taking too many risks. It is Fennec versus Fennec yet again in a 1v1 as Atow pulls down off of his air dribble into the wave dash and FBI is unable to stop it. FBI actually transitioned to ceiling and fell after getting his flip reset, but wasn't able to use it to get the stop. Atow in full control of possession and boost right now as he swings across to both corners, but he never got a shot attempt that was worthwhile, and FBI breaks out and is able to get a strong counterattack to force Atow into net. The problem is he also doesn't have a ton of success when it comes to attacking from the corner, and this time Atow will convert on his take the other way. Asmeric, thank you for the tier 1 for 22 months. FBI not going to the kickoff at all. I didn't watch from his perspective. It did seem like he was moving. It seemed like it was completely intentional to just not go, which, you know, is not completely unorthodox the way people are playing ones nowadays. And certainly Atow, the guy who's been mixing up his kickoffs a ton, although he does half flips away, grabs boost, doesn't just camp out in front of the net. This FBI's fake challenge gets Atow to pop once, and his positioning forces Atow to go high. Decently positioned shadow as Atow wants the full field redirect, doesn't get it, but does get back down to make the save. FBI was admittedly starved out. He just turned on the ball because he was given about as good of an opportunity as you'll ever get against Atow after the missed psycho. But still wasn't able to get the power. He tried to reverse away from this. He saw the demo coming and he hit the brakes and went pretty far backwards, and doesn't matter. He's one of the best demoers in the game. He sees that coming, but he can't get the double off the backboard to extend the lead anymore. FBI, strong first touch, heads to the ceiling. He's not going to be able to get back down. That's a freebie for Atow, and right now, the difference between these two is that Atow has, at the very least, been able to be safe with all of his aerial attacks, even when they don't work. They don't give up possessions, or they don't give up clear shots, whereas that can't be said for FBI, who has now handed a couple to Atow off of failed aerial attempts. But now, some ground game. Flick. Oh, what a read from FBI. I thought it was going to be too high. He waited long to make the flick in the first place, which means you can't put too much height on it without going over the crossbar, but it's crossbar down and directly back into FBI for his second goal. Please ban this goal explosion. Wait. Which player's goal explosion? I can't remember what either one is, to be honest. Atow's. Oh, Atow has party time. Wait, chat. We were talking about the... Oh, nice demo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty rough for bitrate. That's pretty rough for bitrate as he gets a demo and another goal. But we were talking about the gifted sub sound, and some of you guys said it should be the yeehaw but I actually went and tried to record the party time goal explosion. I feel like that one's pretty good to use as the sound for a gifted sub. But I couldn't get any clean audio of it. I was actually doing it right before the stream started. FBI, who tried to get a strong touch to go off the backboard as a way to play it around Atow's early challenge. And yet Atow still had the read. I mean, Atow is styling. FBI is going to drop him a nice shot. Atow seemingly on the way to taking another victim. And this time, it's payback for a loss in the salt mine. Atow not able to double this one in. FBI dodges and can't dunk this into the top right. He needs every opportunity to go his way if he wants to bring it back. A couple different pogo attempts now from Atow. And you can see the respect that FBI is giving Atow now, that he won't even try and challenge him when he's lost the ball completely. I think there's lots of moments that FBI could have taken it away, but he has been thoroughly scared into ever diving on the ball. You bet there's a random YouTube video of someone just showing off every goal explosion. That's what I tried to do. But every time I would find a clip of it, it would include like the person's car engine, or it'd be like really quiet. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I was just looking at it real quick. Atow, what a flick, and FBI is gonna help him out. Says, hey, I wanna make sure this nice of a musty gets rewarded. Let me tap it in off the post. Atow gonna back off. FBI, can he get a goal for the road? He did read the pre-jump this time and took the long shot. So in a last goal wins type scenario, FBI is looking good. But he's got a lot of questions to be answered here as the series goes on. Game number one, gonna go to Atow. Game number two. Yeah, I tried to spectate in the inventory, but I actually don't have party time. But I might have a party time blueprint. I don't know. Atow, a demo to open up game number two. Tons of space to get up in the air, and he's going to go for the Predator missile bump from all the way at the top of the arena. Somehow it wasn't a demo, though, as he goes soaring down to slam FBI into the goal. FBI does a decent job of controlling the kickoff that was lost into the orange half and not allowing Atow a chance to take it away. And he converts with a goal as his reward. Atow in and out. Makes the save. Thought maybe FBI was going to take the ball to that left side wall as he was headed there early, but instead FBI soft touch, and now it's Atow an air dribble. Can he pin this? No. He's often been forced to go over the top of challenges without being able to get the ball back low enough to score. FBI got faked, but can Atow score it? He can off the bump. Atow faking him on the goal line by pulling away and instead just air rolling for the landing. And even though he's playing on one boost, it doesn't matter. That's all he needs. What's your favorite goal explosion? The one that I use every time. All the items I use probably came early on in the game, I think, for the most part. And the goal explosion I used, I think, was part of the first rocket pass. So somebody remind me what the goal explosion was for the first rocket pass, because I don't remember the name. I have the titanium white version of like Supernova. That's it. That's it. Supernova. I have titanium white Supernova. I use that on basically every single car I have. As FBI gets around Atow. The one Sipical used? No, that's not how people remember it. People remember it as the one that Feer uses. And then Sipical just happened to use the one that Feer uses. FBI has himself in a tie game right now. As he turns it around a little bit, has to be careful to dodge the Atow bumps and demos, which are coming at every moment. He's able to pre-jump this dribble. And he's trying to think about going to grab boost, but I think he recognized that he was already kind of out of position. Wasn't going to be able to get around to the ball after not catching it. Thought for a second about turning back in, but Atow chips him in the process of 180ing and retaking the lead. New Feer uses Splash. Wait, Splash would be a pretty cool goal explosion, but I don't use it. I think I have it. It's a drop, right? So I probably have like 90 versions of it, to be honest. Atow is the best goal explosion. I don't think I got it when the bundle was out or whatever. Splash is a good one too, though. FBI over the top of Atow. Doesn't have any boost to go back and double this, and he can't leave the ball. I mean, Atow has taught him that lesson so far. That if he does leave the ball, he'll quickly find a way to score, and now Atow just locks in. Target in his sights. Oh my goodness! It doesn't matter where you place it if you just absolutely boom it. As FBI gets a touch on this one, but did not expect that level of power, and so he couldn't guide it off target. Just put it directly in the net. Any plans to match Atow versus other top ones players? As soon as any of the top ones players are ready to play again, you know, if they're currently inactive, no question that Atow will be the guy to put him up against, and he seems to be down to play, so FBI trying to collect the ball and flick to counter the half flip kickoff. Doesn't seem to be very successful as Atow gains control shortly after and forces FBI to defend against yet another air dribble from Atow. And FBI has been trying to do it from the ceiling, but he hasn't been able to make back up the ground after Atow goes back down to the ground. FBI wants a low 50 and he gets it. That's a Mina 50 if I've ever seen one. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're having to go against the Mina player, you just can't win the 50. It's a special ability they give the Fenix that are used over in Mina. FBI tried to squeeze out another goal. Needed to get a little bit more height under that long shot. And you know who didn't need height on his long shot is Atow. As he makes the save on FBI's. And FBI's thinking about challenging early. Atow gets a slight pop, making it impossible for FBI to get an angle as he arrived at the ball. So instead he turns towards the midfield and is already too deep out of position. Atow finds a way to score. FBI did not pick up this corner boost on the first time around. Atow, a long setup to the back wall. FBI has boost control. He's trying to just wait until his opportunity to get possession, and he's finally given it. Atow going to back off. FBI on the low dribble away, wants the hook shot, maybe looking for a fake or two. No, he's got a 50. Of course he is. And it's going to work. But he's gotten the rolling dribble while threatening the hook shot. The timeless classic here in 1v1 that has never gotten old in terms of its ability to be used at the highest level. And FBI is also going to show that winning a standard kickoff, as long as your opponent is willing to go to the kickoff with you, is also a pretty solid way to win, although it was a wave dash kickoff for Atow. Just lost it so heavily it didn't matter. Boom, shakalaka. Thank you for the tier 1 for 28 months. Long time tier 1-ing. Appreciate you. This FBI clear to the backboard. Needs to get boost and get back on this ball with 30 seconds left to go. Atow with a keep away touch. Now FBI rises in the air again. This time much better connection on the interception. Atow just putting the ball in awkward space where FBI can't collect it easily, although he does a good job to get it. And why not go for another low 50? It's what's been working for FBI. He's trying again, this time way too low of speed. Atow did not fall for it. He stayed patient and waited until he knew he had a really strong challenge, even with FBI being there. And finished it off with one more goal for the road. 2-goal win as Atow is up 2-0 in the series. Game number 3. Call the cops name. Okay, so is that the first one, chat? We've never been able to have FBI on without many FBI jokes. It's probably not the first one, let's be honest. Maybe the first one that I noticed. FBI, though, converting on the first goal as Atow got way too strong of a touch off the back wall. Atow completely starved out. FBI wants to play that to his advantage. That's why you just see the double jump shot. Not really the quickest shot ever, but he just wants to put Atow on defense as soon as possible. Force him to play on as little pads as possible. But Atow did survive, so now it's going to have to be FBI resetting, this time with Atow having more than enough boost. And the aerial play is not going to work. He just hasn't been able to pressure Atow successfully. He's trying to close the distance. He's trying to be able to defend close. And Atow always finds a way around. Strong touch, and then maybe FBI would have been able to make it back if it weren't for Atow dodging the bump with ease and pre-flipping for the finish. If I drive fast enough, no one will notice Alpha Boost because he's got standard yellow standard. Okay. Chat, who here hasn't used yellow standard as an attempt to be similar to Alpha Boost? Come on. One in chat if you've done it. Be honest. Be honest. Atow, he'll find demos at any time. You're on console? Wait, what does that have to do with anything? You could still use yellow standard on console. I just equipped yellow standard. Atow facing one of the only deficits he's seen all series long, as FBI attempts to get the ball to the other side of the nets off the reset, but still too high. Atow can just defend from above the crossbar, and somehow, some way, FBI saved this one. He's recovered to get back. Oh my goodness, FBI went to the side wall in order to get high. Did not have the boost to time a high save correctly if he didn't do that. And perfectly intercepts Atow's shot. And it's such a strong save that even Atow has to drop him a what a save as Atow leans back for the reset and Musty's to flick in to tie the game. That was a great save from FBI. Atow, air dribble, could not get around the ball in time to get a clean bump. FBI is able to get a decent enough save. FBI up again. Just barely able to guide Atow off target. It's going to cost him all of his boost, though. Can he do this forever? The answer is no. FBI shooting past this one just slightly. The last bit of boost he had left. And having to get the save almost back behind him. Just did not clear the ball. Atow is starting to pull away in the way he's been able to every game. It seemed like a good game so far from FBI, but FBI takes a moment to dive and steal boost. And as Atow has proven, you don't even get a moment playing against him. What happened to Moxie? You haven't seen him play in a while. You just haven't been paying super close attention. Moxie, I think, played maybe last week. It might be a little bit more than last week now. Oh, what a shot from Atow. Atow with a sidewall double. He dies in the process, but he gets the shot. As it takes him only a couple touches, FBI has to watch as the children cheer and the balloons explode off of a great shot from Atow. Atow does not want to back off this ball, which is the right decision here in ones. It's never easy for somebody in their own half to carry the ball clean when it's high on their back wall. I don't know why Atow is inviting a goal line 50 in which the ball is already 50% of the way into the net. He did not want to tap it into FBI. Instead, he allowed him to force it in. The kickoffs have been passable for FBI. That's been one of the things that Atow's done a good job of beating everybody out in. Getting what feels like a hefty majority of first possessions, and he's so good at converting them. FBI has at least neutralized that. Made Atow work for it a lot more. In fact, he's got himself a decent chance here, but you can't just give him away like that. I think it's going to cost FBI a ton of boost just to slow Atow down, and ultimately it'll be Atow in a bounce dribble if he wants. Seems to be playing it a bit slower, but specifically plays it to counter FBI, who he's able to tap his shot right over the top of, and of course it's perfectly crossbarred down, although Atow was trying to position to double it if he needed to. Atow, goal line save. That air dribble had nothing in it, but doesn't really need it to, as he just needs to hold FBI off to get the payback sweep. FBI swept him, or swept him, I guess I should say, not long ago in the salt mine, although I guess that is starting to become long ago. I guess about over 6 months ago, towards the end of it. But Atow is a new 1v1er, and he will take this one in the sweep. Really get a clip for the road? No, FBI will deny that. Game 3 goes to Atow as well. GG's. Thanks for playing. As Atow finds yet another victim.